What's up, guys? Back at you with the real quick SmackDown review video. Let's get right into it. First off, they started off the night, kind of the pre-show, I guess you could say, the Slater family introductions. I thought this was a pretty good segment, pretty good, funny segment. Kind of had some chuckles in it. You know, he introduced the whole family, and then you watch his wife as she's flirting with Rhino the whole time. It's kind of a funny opening thing for the pre-show or whatever. But then we get into the opening segment. We have Daniel Bryan with the title. He calls out, you know, he's talking about the title. He does a shameless plug in the whole segment for the Bella show. But he calls out the women as he's there, and then with the women's title. First it was Becky Lynch, and then comes down Natty, taking offense to what Becky had to say. Then comes Alexa. Then they were going to fight Becky because they felt like Becky was trying to turn them all against themselves. So Carmella was down there too. Then here comes Naomi. Here comes Nikki. Setting up for the 6-women tag match. The whole segment was kind of off. In reality, it sounded more like a soap opera, like something you would see in daytime TV. If you watch daytime TV, you know what I'm talking about. Of course, I don't watch it because if I wanted to watch daytime TV, I would. But it kind of seemed like more of a soap opera segment than anything else. The best part was when they all started fighting because they stopped talking. I'm just being honest there. But it set up for the 6-women tag match later on in the night. Next up, we had Dean Ambrose. I wanted to talk about this. He was backstage going through the, I guess, the room where they cater the food in. He had like a bagel or a donut, something like that. Then he grabs a guy's coffee and tastes it in. He goes, "Oh, how do you drink this stuff?" And then dumps a ton of sugar in it. Now we know why he acts the way he does. But and he said, "That's better. Now taste that." And it walks off. I thought it was pretty funny. Just funny. It was funny. It had a chuckle. A whole lot better than that opening segment. So. Next up, we had Daniel and Shane. Yeah, these shows start off with several segments in a row. Next up, we had Daniel and Shane backstage discussing what happened in the women's segment and the women's title when The Miz enters, building on what happened between The Miz and Daniel Bryan at Talking Smack. Thought this was a really good segment also. And Daniel Bryan tells him, "Hey, listen, you're going to defend a title against Dolph Ziggler at the pay-per-view, and if you don't want to defend a title, then just might as well forfeit it now." Pissing The Miz off, so The Miz heads to the ring to take on Apollo Crews. I thought it was a great match. Apollo Crews showing some talent, I'm telling you. I like this kid, Apollo Crews. Shows a lot of talent, a lot of promise. He does the high-flying stuff. He does the flips. He's like a circus act in the WWE. Dolph Ziggler is at commentary. Miz gets down, pushes Dolph Ziggler, distracts Apollo Crews as he's outside. Miz gets the win over Apollo Crews. Ziggler gets the title inside the ring. And instead of Miz coming in to get the title, he builds on his character as a coward he is and sends Maurice in to do his dirty work and get the title for him. That match, I think, is going to be really good. I'll give you my prediction later. Next up, we have Bray Wyatt delivering a message to the Viper. Kind of a freaky moment, scary moment. I mean, this guy's freaky. I'm sorry, but Bray Wyatt delivering this message about being a Predator, building on the Predator storyline. I thought it was awesome. Ready to hype up the Backlash show. I can't wait. Next up, we had the Nikki Bella teaming with Becky Lynch and Naomi to take on Carmella, Alexa Bliss, and Natty. Thought it was a very good match. It went back and forth. Ending up with Nikki in the that scissors, whatever it's called, by Carmella, and tapping out. And I don't know if you guys are like me, but anytime you see Nikki's neck get put in something like that, you kind of cringe knowing about the surgery. But I thought it was a really good way of showing off the women before the six-pack challenge. This is the other match I'm really excited about for the six-pack challenge. There's a few matches. The Bray Wyatt match, the Miz Ziggler match, AJ versus Dean in this match. All excited about. Next up, we have the Usos taking on American Alpha in a quick match. It was quick. I thought it was too quick. I was very disappointed about that. The Usos come right out on fire. American Alpha ends it within like a minute. I don't know the exact time, but it was quick. And the Usos get in the ring. Looks like they're going to shake their hands. I was like, oh wow, let's see what's going on. And boom! Heel Usos, I guess you could call them the Heel Usos. I don't know, but anyways, the Usos attack American Alpha, and that's how that ended, with Gable injured in the ring as they walk away. Next up, we had Randy Orton stop for an interview in the back locker room. So Randy's going to build a little bit onto Backlash, talking about a snake and a man. This man wanted this rabbit and was following this rabbit, finally killed the rabbit, saw the snake. Basically, didn't know what to do with the snake, but remember the story that he was told that snakes are more afraid of humans, so he reached down to grab the rabbit. First step, boom, the snake gets to the man. See, the snake was patient. He waited patiently because by waiting patiently, he got both the rabbit and the man. Kind of a freaky story. Both of these guys are giving us some freaky stuff. But it's building up for Backlash, and I'm excited for that match. Like I said earlier, the hype is real. Fandango's down in the ring trying to do a dance segment. He brings in this girl, and she knows how to dance. But anyways, he kicks her out of the ring pretty much, and then calls for another dance partner, and here comes Kane, and thank you, Kane. I gotta say thank you, Kane, because you showed us the only dance you know how to do, and that's choke slam Fandango right there in the middle of the ring and stop the segment. Thank you, Kane. Thank you. First you do it to the Milkman, now this one. Yeah, I like ya. Next up, we had the Hype Bros versus Heath Slater and Rhino. Thought this was a really good match. I've already called that Heath Slater and Rhino were going to be in the title match, and they are. They won the match. Rhino showed his strength at the end as the muscles of the team, and gore. Anyways, Heath goes and celebrates with his family behind the announcer's table. He's happy. He's going to Backlash to fight for the tag team titles. Later that night on Talking Smack, we found out Shane announces that Alpha's out due to the Gable injury. And at Backlash, and Daniel Bryan and him come to the conclusion it'll be the Usos versus the Hype Bros at Backlash to later on that night take on Heath and Rhino. So, building into Heath and Rhino winning it, you watch. Next up, finally, we had the face-to-face segment between Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. I thought this was a really good segment. Dean Ambrose gives AJ a gift. It's a bag. It's a trophy. He says that's an old bowling trophy. No, I didn't win nothing or anything. It was a participation trophy. I thought that was kind of funny. He said that's the only trophy. Enjoy that trophy because that's the only trophy you're going to get from me. Then he goes on to tell him that showed the video from last week, the early Christmas Nutcracker. Yeah, he hurt himself, AJ Styles. Anyways, he goes on and he says, I just wanted to give you a high-pitched voice to go with that soccer mom haircut. I love it. I love that soccer mom haircut. That was beautiful. Dean Ambrose was just killing it on the mic tonight. Or Tuesday night. Sorry. Dean Ambrose goes on to tell him, I'm not living in the past because AJ Styles keeps talking about that trophy he has around his arm, John Cena's trophy. And he says, the only time we face, I beat you, and you don't see me wearing a trophy because I don't live for the past, I live for the future. And then he also went on to say, we don't give trophies to the face that comes into second place. I thought that was the quote of the night. Out of all the things said throughout the night, that had to be the quote. And then AJ Styles ends it by kicking Dean Ambrose where the sun don't shine, giving him an early nutcracker, and then breaking the trophy. That match is hyped. Now, SmackDown, you did a good job. Great job. You beat Raw this week. No doubt about it in my mind. So I'm out of here. Hit like, comment, subscribe, whatever. But remember, SmackDown beat Raw this week. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace.